What's up, y'all? Welcome to a brand new video. Just video we talking about real estate today. And I want to point something out. Recently, HUD.gov just released an article stating that the FHA has ended foreclosures for nearly 2 million homeowners amid the looming recession. So hopefully, like, when I'm editing this video, you guys will be able to see the document on the screen. But basically, a HUD secretary has announced major milestone of assisting nearly 2 million homeowners to stay in their homes. So as you guys know, during the COVID pandemic era, a lot of people lost their jobs, and a lot of people did not necessarily have the income to make their payments, right? So what did HUD do? So in this article, they say that today the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development, which is HUD, secretary stated, thanks to FHA, the Federal Housing Administration, approximately 2 million homeowners with FHA mortgages were able to stay in their homes from the beginning of COVID-19 pandemic in March through December 2022. When doing so was often a matter of life and death. During this time period, amid the pandemic, FHA borrowers whose ability to make their mortgage payments was impaired by pandemic were able to obtain a COVID-19 forbearance or a more permanent solution such as loan modification that allowed them to avoid foreclosure. Now, based on the effectiveness of these options, FHA announced last week, which is last week, so that would be early February, that their COVID-19 toolkit has been extended to help all eligible borrowers who are struggling to avoid foreclosure regardless of the reason for their hardship. These tools will be available at least for the next 18 months. That's big news right there. So before I even continue, guys, that is big news right there. And basically, for a person who's not a real estate agent or is not in the real estate business, what that means is basically the COVID loan modifications that FHA were giving people during the COVID pandemic, they're basically extending that another 18 months. So it's 2023. So, if you're a homeowner and you're going through it, you can't make your payments, this, that, and the third. Basically, you can either call HUD or you can call your loan servicer and ask, about what are your options to kind of move your payment towards the end of your you can basically move your payment to, you can push it out without having to pay interest on the payment or whatever while you get your your life together. So that's really big. That's basically like I know there were programs to where people who've bought cars are actually able to take their payments and kind of move them around and not without having to pay interest. So this is really big. Now, they wanted to say, and what I'll do is I'll just put, hopefully, while I'm editing the video, you guys will see the whole article, and it'll also be in the description as well. But this is huge. And they also, ended what? In the last 2 years, FHA has helped 1.8 million mortgage holders enter into an agreement with their mortgage servicers to have their mortgage payments paused or reduced due to COVID-19. Additionally, 1.2 million were able to resume payments and put any arrangements at the end of their mortgage or obtain a loan modification that reduced their payment to avoid foreclosure. So actually, guys, that's what I was actually talking about, is that basically during COVID, with this program, this COVID-19 toolkit, they were actually allowing people to put their mortgage and arrange for their mortgage to be paid. Whatever payments that they're supposed to be making this month, they arrange for them to be made at the end of the mortgage without having to pay interest. So eventually you're going to end up making the same payment. It's just going to be at the end of the mortgage without having to pay interest on it. That's great. Currently there are another 58,000 borrowers working with their servicer to finalize an option to avoid foreclosure. For borrowers of color specifically, FHA has helped 800,000 individuals and families of color through forbearance and almost $550,000 through a loss of mitigation option. So this is really great, guys. I definitely encourage you guys to Look into this program, especially if you're fearing the home market's gonna crash. They're basically doing this to kind of prevent the home market from crashing. Also, just in general, if you're kind of if you recently just lost your job, or you're just having trouble trying to make the payments on your mortgage, call your servicer. Let them know about the article that Hub just posted, and see what do they have to kind of help you out. This is very, very useful. I'm really proud about this. This is really gonna help a lot of people. I'm actually have a couple clients that I'm gonna introduce this to. So yeah, so check it out, guys. But moral of the story, to end off this video, I do want to say that this is another reason why I feel that the home housing market is not going to crash anytime soon. The government is doing everything in their power to prevent the home market from crashing. So more likely it's not going to crash. If anything, use this program to get back on your feet and get things back popping. But if you like this video, like, subscribe, share, and click the link in the bios for if you guys want to support the channel or anything like that. I kind of post everything on the channel, from relationship advice to life advice to everything, and then every document and my story of what I'm going through. So peace.